Hi, everybody. Today we're talking burnout. And it's funny timing, actually, because I'm leaving to go on vacation tomorrow. And while I'm not burned out, I do think that sometimes when I don't take time off, whether it's a real vacation or a staycation or just me taking time off, I do put myself at risk of getting burned out, right? Because everything we're all doing can be so daunting sometimes and so heavy and so overwhelming. So I totally understand how the job process can be really overwhelming. And there's so many sides to it. We tend to compare ourselves to other people. I know a lot of our graduating seniors or recent grads at this point have expressed that it's really hard to not compare yourself to other people. And so sometimes we're all running so fast in the job search that we don't even know where we're running. And so we burn out, right? We're human. Of course we do. Of course you do. So I think the first thing that I want to say to you all is that it's okay. It's okay. Burnout doesn't mean that you're never going to find the motivation again. That's what I get nervous about when I burn out sometimes, is like, I'm never going to find it again. I'm never going to be motivated to do anything ever again. So I hear you, I feel ya, and you're not alone. It's okay. That's number one. But just in terms of I feel like as the intern queen, I'm always giving you those practical tips. So I do want to hopefully give you some inspo here on how you guys can proactively deal with burnout. I haven't talked about my book, Get It Together, in a long time. And I think with the pandemic, I was probably a little bit hesitant to talk about Get It Together, because how are we all supposed to get it together when the world is what it is? But as we start to, hopefully come out of the pandemic, I do think that getting your hands on a copy of Get It Together might be helpful. I have a really great section in there about rejection. I know it's great because one time I felt really down because I was rejected, and I read it and it helped me. So if it helped me, it can definitely help you all, but we'll link it below. But Get It Together might be a good read for you guys at this point in your career journey. It's less about the actual job search, but it's more about goal setting and, again, embracing rejection, because it is so important to develop that thick skin when you're in that job search process and probably getting a little bit burned out. So a couple of other tips. Pace yourself, right? Like, this is a long game, not a short game, right? If you want a short, like, Band-Aid, you'll go get a job at a coffee shop or a fast food place or a bookstore, whatever it is, right? Like, you can find a part-time job. You're trying to find that first job for yourself, that first full-time opportunity after college. And so that might take a little bit longer. So pace yourself. Give yourself practical goals every day, not overwhelming things. Make a to-do list of 3 things, not 300 things. And we're all guilty of that. I know. The next thing is, like, set reasonable goals. Before pre-pandemic, I probably would have said give yourself 3 months after graduation. I'd say give yourself 6 months to a year to find an opportunity that's the best fit for you. It's going to happen, right? I know it's going to happen for you. I'm confident. It's just a matter of when. So I would, like, over plan just so that you're setting reasonable, practical goals. We have a lot of outside circumstances happening right now. A tip that I've given on the channel before is have an A, B, and C plan. My A plan is to land a job within 6 months. My B plan is that if I don't land a job within 6 months, I'm going to get a part-time job working at Lululemon, right? Which I just heard from a student, she's doing that, which is great. For a couple months until I find my thing. But come up with that A, B, and C plan, and that way you don't have to be so worried about your A plan not working out, because you already know that might happen, and you've already thought about it. You'll go on to plan B. The next thing I want to talk about, I mentioned at the beginning, there's power in taking a break. And when you feel like you're getting really overwhelmed and borderline burnout, you're starting to wake up and just feel, not super motivated, take a break. Take a few days. A break doesn't have to mean a couple hours. Again, next week I'm going on vacation for an entire week. Sometimes that can feel almost hard to do. Like sometimes it can actually feel hard to take a break because you feel guilty. You start second guessing yourself. Why am I not doing this? Why am I not doing this? But there's power in taking a break. I find that whenever I'm taking a break, that's when my brain really has an opportunity to be creative and start thinking about fresh ideas. That's when I can really develop a new perspective on things. And then, the last thing I want to remind you of is that sometimes rejection, I think, repetitive rejection can lead to burnout. And I just want to remind you that rejection is part of this process. You're going to put yourself out there, and when you put yourself out there, unfortunately, some things are not going to work out, right? But the right thing is going to work out for you. So I just want to remind you to embrace that rejection as best you can, and just to try to remind yourself, even though I know it's hard, that if you're getting rejected, that means you're putting yourself out there and you're on the right path. So I'm here for you. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help, any templates you need, anything. And we actually just did a really helpful job template bundle on Instagram. We'll link it below. And if you have any comments, your intern queen is here. Bye, guys.